One with the Force, they are. And our job it is to remember that we will, in time, also pass on. Luminous beings are we, but temporary vessels our bodies are. Live for the living Jedi. We must. Live through us. Forever they will.
It's been a year since the Republic fell. Whatever is left of the Jedi Order is still being hunted by the new Empire. It is unknown how many of us still remain, but what's left of the Order are scattered to the stars. I have tried to get in contact with Master Obi-Wan after his transmission to no avail. There is only so much giving us the drive to keep on fighting and not lose hope. But as the days roll by, that hope is diminishing. After I escaped Agmar with the aid of Hayden and Emma, we ended up going to Tatooine, and Hayden introduced me to some nomads he rolled with back in the days. For now, I'm trying to lay low until I come up with some plan.
Cade, welcome back. How was the scouting mission?
The Empire has been flying in more troops and setting up a lot more checkpoints. They are starting to occupy a lot of sectors lately.
That's not good. Either they have some information that Kim is somewhere here on Tatooine, or they are starting to show the people their strength.
But I did see a lot of outposts which I believe hold a lot of supplies that could serve us greatly.
You ain't suggesting what I think you are. The last thing we need is to attract attention to ourselves and risk them getting a hold of Kim. Besides, we're a small group.
And what do? Just sit around and let the Empire waltz over us?
What's going on here? You two at it again.
Yeah, Genius here wants to stir up trouble with the Empire.
It will benefit us. We can get access to high-grade weapons and supplies, not to mention even some of their defense codes.
But at what cost? How many of us will make it out of there? And if they get their hands on Kim, the little hope we have is lost.
You keep saying that. What's so important about her? We'd rather hand her over to the Empire. She has a huge bounty on her head anyways.
Stop it, you two! This is not helping. If we keep fighting like this, then the so-called resistance we're trying to create is already dead. Cade, I agree that those supplies would be really helpful, but Hayden has a point. We are in no position to fight the Empire. Not yet.
I just hate sitting around like this. It's getting us nowhere.
I know, but we need to think through our options first, before pulling off such a move. I will discuss with Will and see what he has to say. In the meantime, try to patch things with Hayden. If we are going to do this, we need everyone on board.
Alright.
Well, you should know him by now. He tends to snap a lot if he doesn't get his way.
I mean, come on, you agree that such a move on the Empire at this point would be like a suicide mission?
Yeah, but we do need those supplies. If we plan to grow this resistance, I feel like we will be striking a blow on the Empire.
I'm mostly worried about exposing Kim. The Empire will not spare her.
Why is the Empire desperate for her? I mean, what's special?
She told me not to tell anyone, but it's probably best that you know that she's a Jedi.
Whoa, you mean you're one of those force-wielding beings who can lift things with their minds?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that explains a lot.
She is a Jedi?
Cade!
Why didn't you tell me this?
She didn't want anyone to know, as she wanted to avoid people going against her.
But this changes a lot. I mean, having someone like her on our side can really strengthen our cause.
No, she refuses to use her powers until a plan is set.
Look, Hayden, I'm sorry about earlier. I just want to hit back at the Empire, especially after what they did to Connor.
I know. I'm sorry too. I know we need those supplies, but we've got a very carefully laid out plan. We will leave ourselves exposed.
Understood. Bree mentioned she would speak to Will and sees what he has to say.
I know these are dire times and we need to fight back, but after scouting their outpost, this is going to take all our efforts to pull this off. The main issue here is exposing Kim.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario would be to send her off this planet, to avoid endangering her.
No! I'm tired of sitting around and hiding from them. I am on board with this raid. It is time to send the Empire a message.
Okay, but what if they catch and kill you?
Back during the Clone Wars, every battle posed that risk. It won't be the first time. Don't know how many of my kind are left, but I am doing this for the Fallen.
That's the spirit. BB-8, pull up the schematics. Alright, so after scouting the outpost, it appears they have turrets ready to shoot down any unauthorized ships or shuttles. So we can't expect to drop in with Alpha. We'll first need to deactivate them, which means getting past the guards. There are only a few stationed at the entrance, but no doubt if they sense trouble, reinforcements will not be far off.
So we'll need to get past them without alerting them. Any ideas?
Yep. And it's a really crazy one too. 2 of us go undercover as stormtroopers and shut those turrets down.
That is crazy.
But it's the best chance we have at this. Once those turrets are shut off, we'll have a short window in which we need to hold off any heat thrown our way until we can load the supplies onto the ship.
And how do we plan to acquire the Imperial gear?
There are a couple of them who go on regular patrols. If we can intercept one of those units, we can get their gear.
Alright, so who does what?
Bree and Hayden will enter the base undercover. Once they reach a terminal, Bree will get into hacking the turrets. Once done, they'll plant some charges near the tanker, here. At a safe distance, they'll set them off, and in that confusion, the rest of us will breach with the Alpha. We'll clear a path to the supplies. Good thing is, these supplies are in the open, which makes loading them onto the platform easier. Kim and Bree will be in charge of loading the supplies onto the runner, whilst me, Cade, and Hayden will hold off any resistance. Remember, people, we'll need to work fast. We only have a short window of opportunity. Let's start by getting that gear.
Jeez, these things are uncomfortable. How do they patrol in these?
Just make sure you don't play around with the gear in front of the guards.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the perfect distraction.
It looks like both of you are ready. I'll call in the team. Alright everyone, we all know our roles for this raid. If all goes well, this will be a smooth ride. But be ready for any surprises the Empire throws our way, and have each other's backs. Now let's get this done!